Alright, let's see. What the hell? Put these on up. Okay. And let's do this. Oh, someone's busy. Gotta kill the one sound. Probably set up some buffs. It's been a long time since I played. We got regen up. Items, speed charm. Items, speed charm. Wait, oh crap, only got one left? I did not bring items. Shoot. Well, this isn't gonna be good. Oh, fragment, why do you have a penalty? Are all my items gone? Yes, they are. God, frick. Shoot. I did not think this through. That's not gonna help. Set that up later. Meantime, let's go. Sleep. I can't use that. Let's go. That's not my sword. Oh no. This is not my equipment. Oh boy. All y'all's danger. That's not cool. Charm. Sure. Yes! I can do magic. Cross slash. Here we go. Oh, frick, they're all awakenings. Oh, I got that at least. Speed term left. Ah well, let's just go do this. If it doesn't work, then I'll just see if I can find an old save file of my character. Hi Elba, what's up? This will be tough without any equipment and items. Yep, I'm gonna die. Slash, I guess. So each of my attacks with this basic sword is 66. And that's literally called the basic sword. My skill doesn't do much better. And that attack right there really hurts everyone. That's funny. Kind of tough. normally I would have all my shortcuts set to healing potions, Emperor Souls, and whatnot, but I got none of them. And I don't have any good equipment. All my equipment's level 1. So if we manage to beat this, I would be genuinely amazed. Oh shit. I got the tech break on it. Might actually win. Oopsie, not down, not there. So yeah, after we do this, I'm gonna have to go through all my save files and see if I can find my character that doesn't have all of its equipment. So. Oh, okay. Where the heck are you? Oh, did we win? Oh. I guess that's that. Now I need to figure out where all my stuff went. Logged out. See, if you don't log out properly in dothack fragment, you lose all your stuff. I have been very good about not doing that for the last, what? 3 years? 4 years? 5 years? I must not have been paying attention when I was testing out the VR mode for PlayStation 2. Because right here, you normally just go to title screen and you'd be good. But, you know, if you don't log out properly, you lose everything. Equipment, items, all of it. And I have no idea if I have any backups. So watch right here. If I go back online, I have a second character who has the anti-duplication, whatever you want to call it, anti-cheat set up. So go connect. Choose your character. Whoops. So you get 3 characters per memory card. My first spot is unused. My second spot says abnormal logout detected. To prevent game abuse, the character's inventory has been wiped. So if you were to log in from this point, you lose everything on this character. One way you can prevent that is 1, do not go forward, go back to offline mode, save your character in that mode, and then this message and all your items will go away. Or message will go away, but your items will stay. So at some point, I wasn't paying attention, and I had this message on this character. Oh, shoot. I don't know if I had a backup. But anyway, let's see here. we go back to offline mode with my other character, the items should be saved unless I've already deleted those items beforehand too. But anywho, that was the one sin. So if you were here to see that, that was pretty... Surprisingly, we went well, despite me having no items. I thought for sure we would have died. Let's see if my second character has all of its items. Or if it got wiped beforehand. Save the world. So the message is there. Let's load the character. Oh, that's not looking good. Yep, that character also got wiped. So, I do a lot of testing with the emulators. So when I hop in and hop off, sometimes I don't pay attention. And I guess at one point on both these characters I lost everything. I mean, they're still level 98, so that's good. The money's gone. The items and equipment are gone. So I'll have to check my backups and see if I can find a memory card that's still got all my character stuff. I think my PS2 physical hardware has one, but I'll have to transfer it from the PS2 memory card to a USB, and then from the USB to the computer, and then convert that file to one that the emulator recognizes. So I could do it that way. So I'm fairly certain I did a virtual memory card on Open PlayStation Loader, OPL, if you guys ever done that before. Let's see. Let's go title screen. Let me go move some files around. And let's see if I do have a save. ROMs. Oops. Would it be in there? How old would that be? Let's try 1.5. Oh crap. Okay, not that then. Memory cards. Older version. Nothing in there. Hey, here's something in here. Let's try these. To Vanitas on Twitch, what you want to do is you're going to need either a real PlayStation or you're going to need an emulator that can go online. You're going to need the real fragment disc. There's a patcher called Telepatch you can download, and you're going to take a copy of dothack fragment, a vanilla copy. I would not recommend getting one online because there's so many pre-patch files online that if you try to patch a patch file, it's not going to work. So that's why I recommend getting dothack fragment, the disc, and then patching that disc, and it'll turn your game into English, and it'll set the IP to the new lobby server or private server if you're familiar with things like that. And so you can go online, but you'll need to set up your emulator or your PlayStation 2 hardware to be able to connect online, and that's a different topic to discuss. It's not that hard. It's very simple. I have guides on my YouTube channel. I have guides on my website, dothack.org. You can go to read, to do all that stuff. But you need a PlayStation 2 that can go online. So a real PS2 that has the network port. On the slim models, they come with it. The fat models don't come with it, so you'll need the adapter on the fat PS2s. A PS3 can and can't do it on its own, because there's different models of PS3s. The Slim and Super Slims, they don't have PS2 hardware. They have custom firmwares, but custom firmwares won't connect to the network ports. A backwards compatible model can connect to the network ports. So there's that complication to figure out. PS4s, you can't connect online, but you can play the offline mode. And let's see, a Steam Deck. A Steam Deck uses Linux. You can use the latest version of PCSX2 to connect your Steam Deck to play online for dothack fragment. And Aether SX2, if you have an Android device, those can go online, so you can play that dothack fragment online on a smartphone or tablet, but only on Android models. iOS does not have something that can do that. And obviously PC, whether it's Linux, Windows, or Mac, you could play online as well if you use PCSX2. You can't play on PCSX2 that's on RetroArch, because that is a core, and that core cannot connect online. But the three main operating systems can definitely do it if you use the native PCSX2 emulator. I don't believe any other emulator, such as DuckStation or the other ones, cannot connect online. So you're going to have to use pretty much emulation, PCSX2, or real hardware. So let's see if this save file is up to date. A good place to grind and fragment? That really depends on what level you are. Some of the area servers are up. They have, like, I think it was either crab or shrimp. They have like a range of levels of the fields and dungeons you can go and participate that's corresponding to your own. So you could go into, let's say you're level 64, you can go, again, it's either crab or shrimp server. They'll have like levels 60 to 70. Go do those if you're 64. Vice versa, if you're like level 33, go to the ones that are like levels 30 to 40. Because like any other MMO or online game, if you're too far of a level difference, then your experience is going to be 0. So if you're level 33 doing level 10 servers, you're not going to get experience at all. You'll get items, money, but you're not going to get any experience. When you're playing dothack fragment online, you have to get one punch in on every monster to get experience. If you're going with a party and your party does all the damage just for you, you and that party will not get any experience. But if you're playing offline mode, your NPCs will fight for you and you'll get experience no matter what. So if you just sit in the back and have your 2 NPCs do all the fighting for you in the offline mode, that works too. And you just sit back there and heal them with resurrects, potions, and whatnot. So you could do that. A Dark Element Wave Master. Around level 6. It gets wiped out a lot. You're going to want to make sure, if you're doing an offline mode, make sure your NPCs have good equipment. So you can use the gift option, not the trade option, use the gift option to give them better equipment. Because the ones I start out with typically isn't good. And then obviously yourself, give yourself good equipment as well. What were some other tips you could do? There's some boosting buffs. Always give yourself buffs. It seems a little bit micromanaging basically, but you always want to make sure you always put buffs on your character, buffs on your party, and if you're playing online, buffs on your teammates. So things like speed charm will make you move faster, the HP regen, the SP regens, use them all to your advantage. And there's always, use the elements that are in your favor. So your character, its equipment will have elements on it. So if your elements are all fire based, don't go to the water ones obviously, because you're going to get more damaged. But if you're a Warrior base, go fight the fire dungeons. Go fight the fire fields. You'll do more damage. Alright. So. Let's see if this memory card is not with the penalties. Alright. Let's go online and let's see if I have all my equipment. And let's do turbo mode. You don't want to do turbo mode if you're on the area servers. It's fine when you're in this area because you're not really playing online with other people. Oh shit. Level 1. Nope. Not that cat. Alright, let's go back. Title screen. Okay, so it wasn't that save card. I don't remember where that came from. Hopefully this isn't the same memory card. Yeah, this memory card doesn't even have profiles. Let's try in here. Oh, there's a kite. I need that one. Okay, let's try these. So that's not formatted. Do you want to return title screen? Yes. The dothack fragment offline story mode does not spoil much about the games. Pretty much, you're not going to find anything major spoilery. Dothack fragment pretty much has its own story. It reuses characters from the Infection, Mutation, and Outbreak Quarantine games. It uses characters from dothack Sign, but they're put together in very, very short vignettes. Like 30-second little scenarios. They go by real fast. Basically, you're just getting to know the person's name at that point. And then you collect their member address and some sort of little mock story. Again, it's not gonna spoil anything. But I mean, if you've never seen all the characters in the series, I mean, that might be a spoiler to you. But if you're familiar with all the main characters in the game, because you're going to get every character from dothack Infection, Mutation, Outbreak. You're going to get all the characters you could get from dothack Sign. And then you get 2 secret characters. It's not a spoiler, but let's just say they don't belong there. Try these memory cards. There has to be one of them that's not been rolled back, right? Yeah, the one sin event is not going to be any spoilers like the Balmung of the Azure Sky and Orca of the Azure Sea related. It's just going to be the monster they fought. Nope. Well, I got a lot of characters, I'll say that much. None of them are my main. Okay. Down to 2 more memory cards. Yeah. YouTube at dothack network, all one word. I do not remember making this character. Okay, last memory card. Gonna have to go fish out my physical PS2. Ideally, I would like them to remaster the original games, but at this point, if they didn't happen on the 20th anniversary last year, my hope is pretty much small. So I would say go ahead and complete them. Oh, frick. There is no characters on this memory card. Crap. Huh. Well, guess I'm gonna have to go and get all my equipment back by hand. Okay, I guess that's what we're doing tonight. Let me go put my character back on. Wait a minute. Did I back up my character account? Uh-oh. Oh no. Please? Well, maybe RetroArch had a backup in there. Systems. Memory cards. Sweet. Emulator. PCSX2. Why don't I make backups? Yeah, some of those NPC trades for dothack infection, mutation, outbreak, quarantine, they're kind of rough because you need like 30 of those miscellaneous items that you would normally never use. Like the pure waters, the well waters. I forget what the other ones are. Oh yeah. Collecting all those axes. Well, not only I lost all my equipment on my main character, not only I could not find a backup of where my character had all my equipment, I also did not back up the character I had. Well, I guess we're gonna make a new character today. That was the last time anyone saw my main character. How do I make a new memory card? Browse, open, explore, convert, delete, rename, duplicate. Checked. Oh, there it is. Great. In dothack fragment, you use your character for both online and offline. As you're about to see when I'm done setting this all up. Okay. We are going to make a brand new memory card. Insert that in port 1. Okay. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and get started. Yes, I know. It's pointing too low. Oopsie daisy. That's too high. It's still too high. Okay. Format memory card. Blah, blah, blah. So if you've never set up dothack fragment to go online, after you do all the emulator stuff, this is what you're going to do to create a memory card profile to go online. Without this, you cannot go online. Even if your hardware is all set up or your emulator is all set up for it, you have to always do this step regardless. So what I'm doing here is I went to the online mode for dothack fragment, click on edit, which is the third option that you can only select. So here we have this network settings, add, edit, delete, test, and I'm still in turbo mode. I should probably turn that off. Okay, so go to add setting, memory card slot 1, push right. Now this is the network adapter that the emulator is emulating. Hit OK, hit right. Start entering the internet service provider settings, blah blah blah, okay. So you have two options, required and not required. We're going to do not required, hit right. We're going to choose auto, because it's going to select our IP address automatically. We're going to do auto again, that's going to select the DNS server. And then you can give it a name. Setting 1 is fine, just leave it alone, hit right. So it takes all that information, and then hit OK. And now it's making a network profile on your memory card. This is the same whether you're doing physical hardware or emulation. You always have to do this once. So it's saved. Now you have a network profile on your PS2 memory card, or in this case, virtual memory card. So you'll get an option to do tests. Don't worry about that. Just hit no. And then it says return to the network settings menu. So from here, hit the back button, hit quit. And depending on how your emulator is set up, you might go back into the game, or you might go to the memory card CD browser. I know it happens on 1.7 for me, but on 1.6, which I'm using right now, it goes back to the game. So from here, now the word select is now selectable. Before it was grayed out like connect. If I hit select, select card 1. This says 1 right here. This is setting profile 1 that we just created. Select that. Now all three of these are selectable. You can hit connect, you can hit select, you can hit edit. So we're going to go to connect. You'll get this thing to back out if you push the X button, which we're not going to do. We're just going to let it go forward. And if your physical PS2, PS3, your Steam Deck, your Aether SX2 on Android, or your PCSX2 emulator on PC, Mac, Linux is all connected properly, both the emulator and your network saved memory card you just made, you should come to this blue background desktop, and you should see the words welcome to NetSlum, current status, lobby online, BBS online, mail online, guilds online, ranking online, news online. If you see this message, you are playing dothack fragment in online mode. You can play with everyone. So if you see the screen, you did everything correct. You can play the game online. If you do not see the screen, you may have messed up a step somewhere. Whether your dothack fragment is not connected to point to the new IP, whether what you're playing on does not support online play, whether you did not set that up physically or in the emulator settings, or you do not make your memory card profile correctly. If you do not see the screen, you did something wrong. Go back and do it again. Alright, so we're going to make a new character. So if you were to make a new character in online mode and never play offline mode, you will never get data drain. The only way to get data drain is to play in the offline mode. You have 3 characters per memory card. Select one, create a character, OK. You have 6 classes to choose from. Twin Blade, which deals with DPS. Blade Master, which depends on your opinion. It could be more attack base, less defense. Or more of a balance of the two, really. Heavy Blade is all attack, no defense. Heavy Axe is all defense, no attack. Long Arm, kind of like a range attack, but not really. Range physical. And then Wave Master is your pure mage class. Now some of these classes like Long Arm and Heavy Blade also specialize in magic, but Wave Master is pure magic. So, don't really matter what class you pick, whatever one looks cool to you, pick it. So let's say, for example, you want to go Twin Blade, what Kite was. You have, let's see, for Twin Blade, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different types of character designs you can pick from. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So A is Kite, B is Moonstone, C is Sora, D, one of the NPCs from dothack Infection, E is Natsume, F is A20, G is also another NPC generic character for dothack Infection, and H is also a generic NPC character. Now these characters, you can change the colors. For example, if I go down, this is red, this is blue, yellow, green, orange, pink. Now, if I were to choose the Natsume character, which is E, Twin Blade, choose red. If I go to green, or blue, I'm sorry, if you go to blue, she looks like Natsume from the games. But you can change her character color to whatever you want. So, Blade Master, they have 2 more characters that you can choose from. So, Balmung, Marlowe, Silver Knight, Sieg, Orca, Bear, Rachel, generic NPC, generic NPC. Like a female Marlowe, I guess, because Marlowe looks like this. And this character, this was my main character I had before my save file got lost just now. So I was using this one. I believe it was either, I think it was pink. So this was what my character was before. It was the Blade Master, letter J, pink color. I think I left the height and width the same. So for example, I could be taller or shorter. And you'll notice that the sword stays the same. The sword is not scaled to the character. And width, you can make them bigger or skinnier. So let's say I wanted to play Balmung. Chibi Balmung. Make him red. Also, the red has an eye patch, I've noticed. So there's the regular Balmung. So if you wanted him to be super tiny, or super tall, or normal size, those are your options you can play with. So in terms of appearance, these are your only options. The only thing that ever changes is your weapon. Your weapon will use the model that corresponds to what you have equipped. So I can make Balmung super itty bitty. Yeah, some of these stats change based on height and width and gender and class, obviously. These are hidden stats. They play very minor. They're not going to be anything major, so don't feel too bad, you know, if you chose something that makes your character slower. But if you really wanted to max spec your character, you could look at V's little chart that goes over the benefits and the losses that you get with the class, the height, the width, and whatnot. Do I want to play Blade Master again? What do we got for Heavy Blade? Sandro, NPC, Black Rose? No. Mimiru, then Black Rose. It's so hard to tell the difference sometimes. One of the easiest way you can tell is the stockings on their legs. Mimiru has stockings, and Black Rose has knee-high socks. And then NPC. The genders stick with the types. So if I change the color, it's still going to be a male character. See, Heavy Blade. I think this is the Pyros one. Okay, so the first one is Pyros. The second one, I forget his name. It's an NPC character, like Airperion or something. Terrajima, Subaru, and generic NPC. So if I wanted Subaru to be a normal color, it would be the Heavy Axe D purple color. All the ISO ROMs out there, some of them have been pre-patched, so if you were to patch a pre-patch, you will not get the full 99% English translation with the correct IP. It's a lot easier to just get a vanilla copy, and the only way you can be sure what you have is vanilla. Getting a vanilla copy is your main way to be sure that you get, you know, the right version, so that we can upgrade it to the right patch. I could have sworn there was a couching color. Guess not. That was a missed opportunity that they could have had. So we have Nuke, Crim, not Crim, not Crim. I think that's a Gardenia. So this one is, yeah, it's Gardenia. NPC and NPC. And then we have Wave Master, so Sukasa or Elk. Do blue, obviously it's Elk. Could be brown, it'll be Sukasa. Not really a mage class myself. NPC, Wise Man. NPC. This is BT if you go green. And then Mistral. So anyone who likes Mistral, you can get her in different colors. Red, blue, yellow, orange, green, dark brown, and purple. I think I'm just gonna make my own character. So, after you chose what your character looks like, you can choose your stats. These are not one-to-one stats to your character that you create. So if I put 99 in physical, my physical attack is not going to be 99. You could balance it out however you want. These are very minor bonuses. So one of the main things is if you can't hit your opponent, then you don't do damage. So you can have all 99 and have the worst accuracy, and you will die before you get to land one hit on your enemy. So the best thing to do is put everything to accuracy. If your character is a physical attack and you're going to use physical attacks, put it all into accuracy. If you're going to be a mage character, like the Wave Masters, put it all into magical accuracy. Don't waste your time with defense, evasion, physical damage, or magical damage. Your equipment will, and your level will have more benefits than what this is adding. But like I said, early on, if you can't hit your enemy, you're not going to do any damage. You're going to die before it happens. So put everything to accuracy. done, and give your character a name. And I'm pretty sure this keyboard is not assigned for USB. Yep. Shoot. Let's see here. Controllers. Okay. That's not good. Oh, that's why. There we go. Okay. By particular server, what do you mean? You mean like area server? So at this point, you can go back and make any changes to your character class or your points. If you're all good, hit yes. So once again, I'm in online mode, not offline mode. Online mode, you do not get NPCs. For area servers, not one in particular. I mean, I haven't played Fragment in a long time. I've been busy with all the other dothack network stuff that I haven't given much time to playing dothack games in general. So here we have main lobby. There should only be one. So this is the only time you ever see this message. For the first time you go into online mode, you only see this message once, so never forget. Press the triangle button to open the submenu to pick an area server. If you're new to dothack Fragment and you don't push triangle when you get to this screen right here, you might be at a loss of what to do. Hit triangle, you have area server list, area server bookmark, and chat room list. Click the first one, hit main, this should be only one of these to choose from, and then you have however many area servers that are available at any given moment. These are all player hosted. There is one lobby server, which is where we're seeing all these menus and whatnot. But when you play the actual game, like go to a root town, go to a field, go to a dungeon, that's behind one of these. You pick which one you want. The first part is level. Level is pretty much the maximum levels you can get in that area server. So like the crab server, if I go here, I can get up to level 99 fields to go fight on. This, I don't know how to pronounce that, so 38 macro. If I go to macro, the levels will mostly be up to 38. And then the best way to level up, because all area servers that are brand new, they start at level 1. The only way they go up, like this level 9 one right here, is by people playing on it. When people play on your server, beat monsters, and complete the god statue, that area server gets experience points. And that's how area servers level up, just like characters. So if you're finding all the keywords you're typing in on crab server being way too high for your level, try going to a lower area server. This list right here you see is not populated by highest level, because you'll notice the one I'm hosting right now, called The One Sin, is level 255. Technically 99 is the highest an area server can be, but this is a hacked area server that I'm hosting right now. And the reason why it's hacked is because if you were to fight the One Sin normally, it's a very, very, very random chance that it can happen on your own area server. And when it does, you need a lot of virus cores. And you still have to do a normal dungeon. This hacked version obviously says 255 because that's not normal. You do not use virus cores to get to the boss, and the boss is just straightforward. You go straight to it pretty much, like you saw at the beginning of this video. So 1 to 99 is normal, and number 1 on this list means it's been the oldest one that's been ongoing out of all the area servers. It's first come, first serve. So let's say, for example, these last 3 right here were to go offline. Then whoever comes up next to host an area server will be number 4. And the person after that will be number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, whatever. This list can go straight down. There could be 100 area servers or more if everyone were to host their own area server. That's not important. What's important is finding an area server to play with other people. Up to 3 people can join one area server. If there's 100 area servers and only 2 people are playing, then that's not very efficient. You want more players than people right now because there's always plenty of area servers up at a given time. You see right now, nobody's playing. Every area server says 0 people. If I hit, on a PS2 it's square, I'm using an Xbox controller, there's a reload option. If I hit reload, it will refresh the list to show me if anyone's popped on to an area server. So if I were to go to crab server, you'll get this little confirmation. If the area server is ported correctly, then you'll go right into the area server. If it's not ported correctly, and what I mean by porting, when you're hosting an area server, you're allowing connection to your computer. So if you're unfamiliar with that and you have a router, routers have ports and the ports are normally blocked. You have to port forward 20,000 is the port number. So when you go into your router and you go into the option to allow port forwarding to your specific computer for the port 20,000, you have to set it 20,000 to 20,000. So only that port, 20,000, will allow connections from the outside to that particular PC on your network, your home network. So if it's not set up properly, your server will show up on the list, but people won't be able to get on it. But yeah, every server is allowed up to 3 people to join. That is the maximum. The 4th player will get an error message that says, like, usually like error code 1005, I think it is, top of my head. I'd have to look at the list, but there'll be an error code, and that basically means the area server is full. You can't get on until one of the 3 people logs off, and then you can get on that area server. Now, those people who are on the area server, if 3 people are on, it's locked in. If they go to a field, you can't go to the root town while they're at the field. It's only locked to those 3 people at a given time. So if you wanted to join, you might want to, you can go back, and right here at this lobby, you can start typing messages. So you can coordinate with other people. You can coordinate with other people from this screen right here if you wanted. The people who are sitting in this area will show up on the player list that you see right here on the right. You can coordinate over on the bulletin board system that you see right here on this menu, BBS. You can go into online, you can look at the threads. There's only one section called general. I believe back in the old days there was more subforums basically, but there's only one, and then all the messages are right here. By default, your text will always be white. These colors right here, there are some color codes that you can do, like yellow, blue, red, I forget what the other ones are. But if you know what those color codes, red. But if you know what those color codes, you put them before the text. And to go back to white, you have to put that color code for white back on. So right here, for example, events is in red, in is white, and the world is yellow. Put the correct color codes, you can do different colors. But anywho, you can put messages on here, and people can read them, reply to them. And another thing you can do is you can join voice chats, like on Discord. There's different Discords you can join for communication, creating parties and whatnot, scheduling times to play with each other. So that's another way you can do it. Or you can, like I said, you can just go to the area server list and see if anyone's on and join them. To answer your question about area servers, root town, When people create an area server on the program on the Windows PC, you can choose which root town you want right off the bat. Your area server will be level 1, but you could choose any of the 5 main root towns. But once you set it, it will be locked onto that root town until you edit the area server again through the program. So if I were to make an area server, which I do have one right now, and that's the one sim. If I go on here, it's set for the Netslum Leah Fall. It will always be the Netslum Leah Fall map until I go into the area server program and go edit the area server map and change it to, let's say, Makanu or Dunloriag or Carmenia Gadalika or Fort Oof. Those are your 5 different root towns yours will be, and the item shops will correspond to that root town. So if you have the Makanu root town, I believe the items are for that type of level. Let's see here. Yeah, so this Leah Fall root town has level 46, level 48, level 48 twin blades. But if I were to go to like a Makanu root town, that will be limited to like probably like level 10 at the most. So I can't go to the Chaos Gate, I can't change the area server root town. You can only do it through the program. So since this area server I'm hosting, it's levels 255, which again, not possible. 99 is the maximum a normal area server will get to. All my keywords will go up to level 99. Oh, because it's hacked, you can only choose these 3 letters. Never mind. That doesn't change anything. So what you want to do to make sure you don't lose your inventory like I did, make sure you hit triangle, go to log out. If you do not do this, you will get penalized. The game will take it all of your items and all of your equipment away from you. So don't do that. Make sure you go to the screen and hit quit. Alright, so now I'm back here. I can go back to the main menu. I'm gonna go do offline, go grab data drain from the tutorial and play the game in turbo mode so I can go play faster. And let's see if this still works. The Black Rose character that's on my Twitch and YouTube banner is just, I was messing around with the character editors, and I just wanted representation of characters people recognize. So that's why I only have the kite one here. I mean, I can use the Black Rose one at any time. Whether people want that, I don't know. That's not really my important part of what I do here. I mean, if someone wants to use it, they're more than welcome to. I put some of the, like the t-shirts you see I'm wearing on my avatar. These are actual t-shirts that were released to the public in real life. And so those t-shirts I've put on Booth, and I put them on our website, dothack.org. But yeah, people can download the clothing. At some point, I'll probably put the V-Roid models up. So if people wanted to use their own kite or Black Rose. I mean, I would prefer people be more creative. I'm not creative at all. So that's why I just went with a face that people recognize. Let's see here. We are gonna go and change dothack fragments. Okay. Yeah, dothack network is just one person, and that's myself. I don't have any other people part of this. So the Black Rose model pretty much goes unused. Alright, so we've got one character. There's no penalties. It's not like the penalties can do any worse than I already am right now. And we're going to go in turbo mode. So, when you make a new character, you're greeted with a tutorial right off the bat. You're greeted by Bear and BT. So I'm playing turbo mode so I can get through this a lot faster. And so the whole point of offline mode is member address. And if you've never played a dothack game in your life, it's a pretty good little tutorial on how to play the game. So just by starting the game, you get 2 member addresses. And as you keep playing, you start unlocking more and more. To pretty much the last 2 you get is Kite, and then the final one you get is Helba. After you beat the final boss, that's when you get Helba's member address. And that's it, you beat the game. The boss, I don't think is very much original. It's basically just a recolor of an existing monster. Yeah, those stupid items like pure water and well waters. I always thought when I first played 20 years ago, whatever, that you had to go do the whole dungeon, you had to go back into the maps and do it all over again. I didn't know about you just leave the room and come back. You can just respawn the items. So dumb. Yeah, but the first chests, like the ones that you see right here, they're not very useful. The items that are in there are pretty much fixed, so you're not really gaining too much. I mean, without turbo mode, that would be very tedious. Alright, so I'm gonna cheat. We're gonna go to status. So my experience is level, or my experience is 6. Let's change that. First scan. I'm using cheat engine. I'm gonna go kill a monster. Oh man. So now 12. Scan. Okay. And then 6 there. 18. Alright, so this is my experience, my EXP. So right now it's at 18, and if I were to type in 1000, I get a level. And so let's skip some levels here. Level 29, level 56. Oops, I totally typed that in wrong. Did I do that right? 83. 99. Alright, so now I am level 99 on this brand new character. Let's go beat that last monster. Yeah, let's do the spring mist while we're here. What can I throw in here? I got nothing to throw in, of course. Alright. Let's do this tutorial and let's go get data train. I like how in dothack GU, the trap chests have guns. You're being robbed by a chest. Whereas in dothack infection, trap chest is just a bomb. Alright, with turbo mode on, let's see what a speed charm will look like. Oh yeah. That's much better. Make sure if you're using emulators and you have a turbo mode option, don't use it in online mode. It will unsync other players. Because for you it's faster, but not for them. And it could cause people to crash. Only use turbo mode and offline mode, please. I'm only doing it just to get through this game a lot faster. Oh, look at that. That blew up. Someone please heal me. Oh, there's a trap chest. Oh wait, there's another one in there. Let's go see. Alright, so here's the god statue, blah blah blah, spark the arena, blah blah, get my stuff, get out the way, bear. Oh, sorry. Alright. Not what I want. So, the main difference in dothack infection, mutation outbreak quarantine, is the introduction of shortcuts. Because many of you might know, playing dothack infection mutation outbreak quarantine, you'd have to pause the game, go to skills, use your skill, select the monster, but that would pause the game every time you did so. So some people call dothack infection the pause game. But with shortcuts, you can assign skills and items, and even text messages, as hotkeys. You hold, like, for example, L1 and press circle, and it's going to do that item. So, like L1 and circle, you can choose an action or a message. Now, action, your choices are skills or items. So, my current skills is cross slash, recovery skills ref, and that's it. I can do items. I can assign health drink. For L1 circle, I can assign L1 and X to fortune wire. L1 and X, let's do fairy's orb. And L1 and triangle, let's do mage's soul. And then like L2 and circle, I can do all the other items. For example, like antidotes, especially if we're in parties. Square, restoratives, and L2 and X, let's do resurrects. So you have all these items, skills at your fingertips, so you don't have to pause the game. Right now, R1, circle, what do I got? I just have cross slash. And then ref. Let's do R2 this time. So as you can see right here, these are my items on the left and my skills on the right. You can put them wherever you want. Whatever's more comfortable for you playing the game. But remember, you cannot pause the game when you're on online offline mode, like you did in the previous games. You can still take the map away by pushing L1 and R1, it'll be the normal map, the zoomed out map, and then no map. You can also push in L3 to do first person camera. Hey Bear, what's up? BT, where'd you go? So if you were to use the VR plugins for PCSX2 1.6, playing in this mode is pretty cool. It kind of feels like you're there, but at the same time it doesn't have like motion tracking. So it's a little weird. I was playing with that beforehand. Here at the start of the stream, my screen was split right down the middle because I had two lenses. But anyway, you push L3, you can get out. Push L1, R1, you can get your map back. But hit triangle, always do gate out, return to town. Now we're gonna go hack my GP. And those of you who don't know, dothack GP means money. Alright, so let's go find a shop. Let's go sell something. I have 1000 GP. Scan. Okay, let's talk to you. Let's sell an item. Let's sell a health drink. 1. So now my GP is 1050. Let's scan that. Alright, there's my GP. My GP. Alright, so at the bottom on the left, you'll see right here next to my head, it says 1050 GP. Let's just change that to all mines. And now I got a crap ton of money. So now I can just go buy whatever the hell I want. Let's see here. Let's get all the inserts. Alright, so that's all that person sells. Now in dothack, you have to know you have a limited amount of items you can hold. Right now I can hold 12 out of 40. So I have to be careful of what I want to keep and what I want to get rid of. So that was items. Over here is magic and scrolls. Best thing to buy from here is speed charms. These other items here will do magic without actually having the equipment or being a wave master to do it. And over here is your weapons. So my equipment is crap. What do you got? Basic sword. There's a level 2 sword right here I can use. And then the icon on the left, the 2 blades, that's twin blade. The skinny blade is blade master. The thicker blade is heavy blade. The axe is heavy axe. The spears are long arms, and the wands are wave masters. And if you don't know, you can just read the text too. So I got a level 1, which I already have, and there's level 2 here. That's already better than what I got. They also sell equipment, but they're all level 1, so that's not going to help. Let's see, gear, change my sword. So over here it says skills. These are skills you can use in combat. Unfortunately, these 2 swords have the same skills. Cross slash is an attack damage, and ref is healing. I get nothing else. You get all your skills from your equipment that you use or have equipped to me. Oh, we already beat the 1 sin at the beginning of this live stream. Somehow I was able to beat it with just a basic sword. And that will probably be the highlight of this whole video. Alright, let's see here. can do trades with people. Maybe they might have something I can trade. What do you got? Gold sword, here we go. What do you want? I got 99 antidotes. What do you say? No? Okay, what about a bunch of these? A bunch of these? Oh, oh. What was that? This one? Come on. Oh, come on. Yes. Okay. Thank you for that gold sword. So this gold sword has better skills. You lose cross slash, but you get Givac slash and a Nid Spiral and Deck Vorp. Yeah, look at that sword. Let's go sell my other junk. That's weak. I'll need that. I'll need that. Oh, that's actually good. Look at that. Let's buy back all that stuff I sold. Or traded. Some of these bloods might be worth trading. Let's go find someone to trade. Maybe I should buy all my equipment here. 92 head armor, heck yeah. Will you take a bunch of these, please? 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 Dang it. Would you like 99 speed charms? Yeah? 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 No? Okay. Fire orbs? Major souls? No? Resurrects? Restoratives? Antidotes? Please? What else we got? Give me life. Level 51 for Blade Master. Find loves. It's level 93. Now, if equipment does not work for your class, you'll see the word ban and it'll say the class that you can't use it on. Restoratives. No. I can't say I've encountered lag. Recently I had someone ask me that they had screen tearing going on. I haven't encountered that either. I mean, it really all depends on different things. Audio, not so much would be related to that. Most of the graphic issues are obviously if you use like Direct 11 or if you use OpenGL or Vulkan, and what graphics card you have and what settings your graphics plugins are set for and things like that. But audio, I don't know what could be tied to that, to be honest. There's Rex. Warrior's Blood? Ape Souls? No, because I'm not getting gloves. Well, unless I got a better weapon. Twin Blade, Heavy Blade. What about level 84 armor? What would you take? 12 drinks? 2, 3. Yes! No! Awesome. What else we got? What about the hood? Are you trimming the hood? Yes. Ooh. Pleasure doing business with you. Here. So we go from this to this. This to that. Alright, so it's level 11 and that's level 2. We need a new wrist and a new shoe. I should probably get more health potions. Okay, so you don't have anything. $83 and $82. Okay, let's try that. This is level 82. This is level 11, and that's level 83. Alright. My character has been around for probably less than an hour, and I already have level 80 equipment, and level 99 is my overall level. And I've only done one dungeon. Because that all seems legit, right? Alright. Now what we're looking at here. Level 99, crap ton of GP, gold sword, knight ape hood, dark beast, jet gloves, and ebony greaves. I've only done one dungeon. And all those skills. Let's see. Okay, so these first three magic spells are normal, but then we get to this one. And you'll see on the first line, level 2 M R none awakening. You'll notice that everything below this point says awakening. Now, if you're familiar with dothack GU, they do awakening in dothack GU. It's when all three party members do the same skill at the same time to do one powerful skill. So these three right here, Ani Don, Mei Ani Cruz, and Orime Ani Zot, will not work with other players I play with online. But these spells down here will. And if we all do the same one, we can do one powerful move together, just like in dothack GU. So these skills right here, you probably never seen and definitely didn't use in the first 4 games. Dothack Infection, Mutation, Outbreak, Quarantine. These are all exclusive in dothack Fragment. Except for the first 3. The first 3 are just your normal skills. Buff skills will improve your character. So this one says your member's darkness element. And then this one right here says decreases your enemy's defense and your enemy's darkness element defense. These physical skills have to be really close to the enemy to use. Magic skills that can be a little further back. And you'll run into monsters that have physical intolerance, or they'll have physical tolerance and magic tolerance. If you fight a physical skill or physical tolerance monster, you cannot punch it in any shape or form. Whether you walk up and punch it, or if you use these physical skills, it will do 0 damage. You have to use magic skills to beat that type of monster, and vice versa. If you fight a monster that has magic skill tolerance, none of these magic skills will work. You have to use physical. So make sure you always keep a good balance between the two, because you never know what you might run into out there. Yeah, this is dothack fragment. So make sure you put your skills in your shortcuts, because they're going to be a lot faster to attack your monsters just by holding one of the trigger buttons and pushing a face key. So we'll put I'm talking to whoever's in chat. Alright, let's go get data drain. We need to log out. Quit. Mailer. Oops. Offline mode. Unread. Congrats. Go to the world. Load my character. BBS, offline, threads. I just realized I've played dothack fragment for over 5 years now, and I just realized that this BBS is different from dothack infection's BBS. This one uses the blue screens, whereas the dothack infection one has that black looking screen. This BBS is like the one they use in dothack fragment's online mode. Which makes sense. Look, I got a keyword. So here's where it talks about awakenings. So if you've never done this before in dothack fragment, this is where it talks about how to use it. So you all have to have the same spell, and you all have to cast the spell at the same time. And you have to have all 3 party members filled. Obviously you can't use that skill by yourself. Which I'm curious, how the heck did that work out back in 2005? I mean, were all the internets, whether it was DSL, cable, modem, or whatever, was it feasible to actually use it back then than it is today? Alright, that's all the BBS. Log in. Alright. So the first tutorial was Bear and BT. The second tutorial is Mia, and she's the one who's going to give you data drain. So you get her member address, you get the field. I guess I have to add her to my party, I forgot. I mean, back in 2005, I guess you had MSN, Messenger, AOL Instant Messenger, and Yahoo Instant Messenger. Maybe some people were on ICQ back then. I know I was on MIRC back then. Let's see, word list. Yeah, that one. Oh yeah, pagers. Skills, data drain. I use 10 SP. Attack goblin. Doesn't do the animation that kite does. It just skips it. But you still get infection. And she kicks you out of the field. Alright, that's all you really need to play on online mode. It's just data drain. You can skip offline mode entirely if you don't want to play it. But if you play offline mode, you're going to collect all the NPCs and member addresses, and you're going to fight the final boss at the very end. There are 2 cameo characters that you probably not expect in dothack fragment. But I won't spoil that here. And it's not even at the end of the game that the 2 character cameos appear. It's like right in the middle, the offline mode. Okay. Now we can go to online mode. We take the character we had made in offline mode with all of our equipment, all of our items, and our insane amount of GP. Go to connect. Oh, I need to turn off turbo mode. So we're level 99. We got the golden sword. Load character. If you go to dothack.org, go into the fragment section, there'll be a guide that says how to set up 2020, how to set up 2021. They'll show you how to set up dothack fragment. That's one way you can do it. Or you can check the YouTube channel. I got some video guides over at youtube.com/dothacknetwork, all one word. And then if you're on our Discord chat, if you go to the fragment channel, check the pins. There'll be links to how to set it all up. Alrighty. So in dothack fragment, you can create guilds, but you need an item. And the item's called a guild seal. Or depending on the translation patch you have, it could be called guild certificate. So you can go in here. There's no way for you to join a guild. You have to meet someone in the lobby server, and they have to invite you to join their guild. It's kind of redundant. Maybe that's how they thought the process was back then in 2005. But you know, a modern MMO, you would come here, you would see a guild on the guild list, like, oh, I want to join that guild, and hit the apply button. And that doesn't work in dothack fragment. So these are all the guilds in the game. Pretty sure I made a guild. I wonder without my character, does it still work? Yeah, I have no idea how that works. So here we have the guild I made back in 2022 on January 11th. So right there's the dothack Discord link, still valid. And I was the only character. Oh wait, yeah, I was the only character. I did not put any money into the guild. Huh. And these guild coins you see, gold, silver, and copper, you get those at the god statue chests when you play online mode. Basically, you can donate the coins to the guild, you can donate your GP to the guild, and you can even sell items through the guild shop, which is right here. You got the guild shop. These are the shops that every guild has their items up for sale. So some people are very generous to help people start playing the game, and they sell their items for free. So these stealth blades that are level 49, if you look on the right, there's 36,468 to purchase, and they're all free. This hunting guard is 0 GP. You can buy this for free. So that's pretty cool. So if you're new to the game, I mean, you don't have to be, I don't think you have to be a higher level than the item. I think you'd be level 1 with level 99 equipment. I never tried, to be honest. But I'm pretty sure you can. And these items are free. So on the back end of your guild management, you can list your items for the shop. But again, you can only join a guild from this screen right here. If there are other people playing on the player list, you would select the player and invite them to your guild. That's the only way you can join a guild, is through this screen. You can create a guild if you go into the area list, join an area server. Crab server is probably be the best one to farm, because you can't guarantee to get the guild seal to create a guild. You have to grind for it. I mean, might get lucky, you could get on your first try, but chances are you're going to have to keep farming the same field over and over and over again to get the guild seal item. But once you have it, you only need one and you can create your guild. So if I go to this, go to keyword, I don't remember top of my head, but one of these is going to be necessary to create, or to get your guild seal. 1 second, let me see if I can find what that word was. Okay. Here we go. So it's so it's the first one. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. The sixth one, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 8th one. This is a level 51 dungeon and field. If you get to the god statue at the end, you have a chance of farming for the guild seal key item to create a guild. So that's one of the 3 combinations on the crab server you can run to try to get that item. There are 2 others you can try. They all start with the first keyword, but the second and third one are different for all 3 of these possible combinations you can farm. So we're going to use this one. And right off the bat, there's a pineapple. Oh, that's right. I'm playing in online mode. So if we were to go to your items and you use the fairy's orb, the map over here will be completed. So if I go left, there's a spring of mist. There's no chest on the right, but we're going to go straight to the dungeon, which is straight up. More pineapples. So if you want to farm pineapples, this is a good field to go to. Because there's no monsters on the field portion. There are monsters in the dungeon though. And this right here, this is a virus core. It says virus crystal. When you click on it, you'll get a random core. I believe it's letters A through M. Anything beyond M, you will not get from this. So I can go in that dungeon, walk right out, and this will be back here again, and I can keep farming that over and over and over again. But I will only get letters, I believe, A through M. Nothing more than that. So I'll click on it. I got letter D. Go into the dungeon. Go back out. Is it easy? Yeah, but the loading time, I don't know. So there it is. There's a brand new one. Click on that. Now I got F. So I could keep on doing that indefinitely to get 99 virus cores for the letters A through M randomly. But this loading time, I don't know if it's really worth it. That's up to you. But anywho, let's do the dungeon. Let's see if we get lucky. So, buffs. Got App Vox. That's my fire resistance. So these things right here are called symbols. These are your buff items. They'll give you a random buff, and the buffs will end after a certain time. Don't remember how many minutes it is. So I got thunder resistance up. So here's our first monster. I believe, yeah, it's a bunch of snakes or bugs. Do I have any skills that do more than one? I do. Fortune wire is L1 and X. So if I were to push L1 and X, I can use fortune wire. Emperor soul. And the fool. Summon wood. Summon wood. Now, unlike dothack infection, which I'm pretty sure you just walk through the doors and they automatically go, dothack fragment would actually push the A or circle button to go through the doors. Can do an area of effect if they're in range. One thing I see people ask about, how do you heal your party members when you're online? You're going to want to use the D-pad, press up and down to target your party members. All this dungeon is just these monsters. Just a straight path up. I'm pretty sure it was. I've done this before. my stat distribution points all to physical accuracy. But my physical accuracy is 82, my magic, I'm sorry, is 99, and then my magic is 78. Put speed charm on a shortcut. Hey, more buffs. Magic up. Magic up. Space intensive, like file size, because whether you play vanilla fragment or patch fragment, it's the same size pretty much, like 1.2 gigabytes. And then whatever the emulator you chose, which will vary. I guess the reason why people might consider dothack fragment to be small, 1.2 gigabytes compared to modern games these days, is because there's no audio in terms of voice acting. The only voice acting there is just the grunty food items, and that's it. And that's probably like 5 gigabytes. Or, I'm sorry, 5 megabytes. Yeah, the grunty food voices is not a very big file at all. But you do have all the assets from dothack infection, mutation, outbreak, and quarantine on the disk. Even though some unused assets, which you'll never see in dothack fragment. Like all the phases, the phase boss models, it's all on dothack fragment, but you never actually fight them in this game. But they still added the character models to that. No, dothack fragment does not spoil anything from the infection, mutation, outbreak, quarantine games. Uh-oh. 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 Don't die. Don't die. Oh, look, another virus core. Alright. So, let's see what the RNG is going to give me. Now, the whole point of this dungeon is for the guild seal. I got a witch's wand, healing elixir, and a healing elixir. That's all I got. So, no guild seal today. Wah, wah. And unlike the other rooms, if you were to leave a god statue room and go back in, the statue does not reset. You have to do the whole dungeon all over again. There's a statue down there. So, the developers obviously thought about people cheating, so that's not gonna happen here. Alright, well, it was worth a shot. I could keep farming that all day, but I'd rather not. Oh, you can use grunties in dothack fragment. You can't raise them in the offline mode. You have to raise them in, or you can't use them in online mode, but you can raise them in offline mode. Once you get your grunty, then you can use it in both online and offline mode. But again, you can't raise them in online mode. Alright, I think that's all I got for you now. I got my character back with all good equipment, good items. Wasn't all the same stuff I had beforehand. Oh crap. I got data drain, but you have to use data drain a lot to unlock the other versions of data drain. And I had the other versions of data drain. Oh, I don't want to do that again. Like data drain will only data drain one monster at a time. If you use this one a lot, you get the next one up, which can data drain more than one monster. And then the next one after that does... What does the next one do? I forgot what the next one does, but one of them heals you. So there's 4 versions of data drain you can unlock just by playing dothack fragment. Let's see, items. Your items are still locked at 40, but you still have an else haven you can use. So you'll see it says 0 out of 99 on the top. The 99 refers to the else haven, which is the red-headed face on the map. So if I go here, I can store items and withdraw items. So if there's an item you want to hold on to, but you don't want it to interfere with your on-hand of 40 items, you can store it in there. So like this healing potion, I can deposit that. These 2 healing elixirs, deposit that. So now my on-hand is 16 out of 40. And then if I go to withdraw, there are 2 out of 99. Key items. Well, there goes all my NPCs I've worked on. So there are NPCs in both online and offline. Offline, you get the characters from Infection, Mutation, Outbreak, Quarantine, and Sign, and another series which I won't spoil. Again, those are just cameos. They do not spoil anything from the first 4 games. Those NPCs, they give you member addresses. Now, when you play in online mode, you get NPCs that will give you key items. These NPCs are very hard to trigger, and to this day, the dothack fragment community is still trying to figure out how to unlock them or why they unlock. We know the area servers that people host are the trigger. They were supposed to correspond to release on a certain time and day, but since this game was only intended to run for 1 year, those times are skewed. You can almost guarantee to trigger the New Year's event if you host a brand new area server. But to trigger the other ones, sometimes they fall on the day that they're supposed to, sometimes they don't. And when they do, the NPC that's hosting it on the area server will stay there for 15 minutes and won't reappear until another 3 hours. So you can get someone to basically park themselves in front of one of these NPCs that are triggered to get a party, and everyone can go do that event. So that's what this tab is, event items. These are the items you get rewarded for completing the NPC area server events. Grunty foods, obviously you collect them from fields and dungeons and feed them to your grunties. Virus cores, you just saw one way to get it, which was those virus crystals, but most virus cores you're gonna have to get by data draining monsters. Now this is one thing that I wish dothack Infection had, and it's item dictionary and monster list. Item dictionary, you can go to weapons, you can see all the items you can unlock for all the classes, all the armors, all the items, and then the key items. So I only got 2. Guild items, so we have the guild seal, silver, bronze, and gold coins. Grunty foods, which I just got, pineapple. Virus cores, and that's going to be A through Z or whatever, I forget what the last letter is. And then monster list, all the monsters you fought. I have only fought 5 different monsters out of 252. And you go to select one, you can see what level it was, HP, SP, what skills it had, what items you can get from it. So if you need a farm for more like virus core A's, well, here this will tell me which monster can do it. Discard items is just dropping items. Status, you can see is my hacked character I just made. Gear, the stuff I have equipped. Shortcuts, these are the items and skills I'm using just by holding a trigger and pushing a button. Cards, if another player was to join this area server right now, I can send them my card, basically like a member's address for online players. And friends list is a list of all your friends, whether it's online or offline. So offline is going to be all the NPCs that you've unlocked. Online is going to be all the friends you made while playing online. And then log out. Always, always, always log out of dothack fragment. If you do not, you'll be in the same situation I was at the start of this video, where I lost all my equipment and all my items. Always log out. Because if you don't, you'll be penalized, you'll lose everything. Oh, if you want to make your own topic, you can do new thread. You can type in a message, and then they'll appear on the thread list. So the BBS works, guilds work, guild chops work, rankings work as well. Rankings are going to be all the characters ranked by whatever denomination you want, whether it's level, HP, SP, GP, how many god statues they've completed online or offline, how many gold coins, silver, bronze coins they've collected. And then you can narrow that down by all classes or by a certain class. That's for all of them. That's weird. I don't know why you wanted to know who's the richest wave master would be. Yeah. And then the last thing, which is kind of available, but there's nothing available yet, is news, web news. If you go in here, now Zachman and Formless had worked on this before, where web news can be posted to this, but it's more of the subject of what to post. Now this would be provided by the lobby host server, and it only needs to be one lobby host server, but what we need more is players and area server hosts. But yeah, web news is not really important. It'd be cool to see something here someday, but this is where you would come to find the news. And when Bandai and CyberConnect2 were hosting Fragment from 2005 to 2006, they did have some content on here that you could read up on. It wasn't much, but they did have stuff related to dothack Fragment. And that's all there is. If you want to get out of the screen, you can by just pushing the start menu and going to title screen. And that's my cat saying hello. Hi. That's all I got. I just wanted to play dothack Fragment, do the One Sin with some friends who never seen the One Sin boss before. If you're not familiar lore-wise, the One Sin was the off-screen boss that Balmong and Orca fought during dothack AI Buster, the novel that they've been known for as the Descendants of Fianna. That is available on online, and I am hosting that server every once in a while. Just ask me over on the dothack network Discord, I'll just throw it up. It doesn't take much to host. It's just that once you defeat it, the server kind of needs to be reset. So if I just left it up indefinitely, whoever beat it last, it would just be completed and not be available after that until the area server is rebooted. I don't know why that does that, but it's available. I just gotta reset the save file every time, that's it. No biggie. If anyone's curious what this word area server is, back when this game was sold at retail stores and people were hosting it on the official server back in 2005 when that was a thing, area server was basically like your key validation for your area server program on your Windows computer. So it's not needed anymore. So really nowadays people look at the dothack Fragment game as the offline online mode. They don't talk about this area server link down here. Again, it's not required anymore. You could use it to view people on an area server that you're hosting, but that's all it is for nowadays. You don't need it to validate your program. All the programs come pre-unlocked nowadays, especially the ones that connect to the current lobby server. If you were to download one of the older ones, the original ones that were hosted by CyberConnect2 on their website way back when, those, one, they don't connect to the right IP, and two, those do need the area server to be validated, and that's what this option would be for. But again, you don't need to do that. The area server that's available out right now that you can download is mostly in English and already points to the correct IP and is validated. So if anyone has any questions, I think we're done for here for now. I have lots of videos on how to set up Fragment on our YouTube channel, dothack Network. So if you're new to all this, never heard of dothack Fragment, it's dothack Infection, Mutation, Outbreak, Quarantine as an online server. And an offline server too if you want to play by yourself. Obviously you can't import Kite into this. You make your own original character. You get 3 characters per memory card. You could choose whatever class you want, whatever color you want, that's available, height and width, however you want. And then obviously you would get equipment that corresponds to that class that you choose. Make sure to put everything into accuracy when you're creating a character, because that's the only benefit from the points that you get to start off with is really good for. You saw me hack my character live on screen. Yes, you could do that too if you wanted. Not really a challenge if you do. I mean, Most people play a game just to be challenged. Problem solving, you know, to have a goal. Cheating is not really something I would say is good, but I mean, if you want to do it, just to do it, you could do it. I'm not stopping you. No one's stopping you. I was using Cheat Engine 6.7. What I did was I looked at my stat, my current experience was when I started the game, which was 6. Killed a monster, which gave me 6 more experience, so I searched for 12. Killed another monster, which gave me 6 more experience, which changed it to 18, search for 18. So if you do that thread of searching, you could find your current EXP, and for every 1,000 EXP, will give you your level +1. So I just did 27,000 every time, and then boosted me to level 99, like about 5 turns. So that's one way you can do it. In GP, same thing. Start with whatever your current GP is on hand before you buy something or sell something. Then sell or buy something, whatever the difference is. Search for the new number, and that's how I was able to hack my GP. But doing things like that, very doable. The most hard part that most people have when it comes to dothack fragment is, one, getting a legitimate disc. Whether you do it legitimately or not, that's up to you. Once again, I don't work for Bandai, CyberConnect 2, I don't care what you do, but don't ask me how to do it if you want to go to the non-legitimate route. But you need the vanilla game. Do not get one that's pre-patched. Patch it yourself to get the latest on all the translations, if English is not your first language. That way you can play the game in English as you saw, and it connects to the right address. Set up your emulator to go online. There are steps on how to do that on whatever emulator you choose, or real PS2 hardware. PS3 again is tricky, but it is doable on PS3 and is doable on Steam Deck. It is doable on Linux, Mac, and Windows. When it comes to emulators on PC, however, your main option you can only choose from is PCSX2. Same thing for Steam Deck. When you're on mobile phones, your only option is Aether SX2 for Android devices only. And obviously PS2, just plug and play. But you will need a network adapter if you have a fat PS2. And not one of those not memory cards, those hard drive SATA ones that don't have the ports anymore. I've seen one, I forget what it was called. Game something was the brand, where they switched the SATA ports from IDE to SATA, but they did not have the ports anymore. They gutted those out. This is like an aftermarket product. It's not an official PlayStation product. PS3s can play offline mode. All 3 models, fat, slim, super slim PS3s can play offline mode. Only the fat model can go online. And that has to do with the real PS2 hardware being present in certain fat models that are not available on the later fat models or the slim or super slim PS3s. The custom firmware on a PS3 will not communicate with the network port on a PS3 for PS2 games. The fat model can do that, but it has to be a backwards model. No, not GameShark. I forget. It's been a long time since I looked up peripherals for PS2, but just know that the network adapter has to have functioning ports. If you see one that says a sticker on the back of the network adapter on the PS2 fat model adapters, then it's probably doesn't have the ports. It has to have the Ethernet dial-up side by side. But yeah, I mean, any PS2 emulator or physical PS2 console, you can play offline mode without a hitch. It's just the online mode has to connect to a network of some kind somehow. And with PCSX2, you can download CLR Dev 9 if you're on 1.4 or 1.6. 1.7, you don't use plugins, but if you don't have sockets or WinSockets available to choose from, you might have to download MPCAP to get PCAP switched, which is the method to connect online for 1.7. That's about all I have. Yeah, you can play just about everything in offline mode. You can get data drain, which is the only way you can get it, is an offline mode. Your character is transferable between offline and online. In offline mode, you do have a little story mode. It's not spoiler related to the first 4 games. It's basically collecting member addresses and going through dungeons. You know when you're at the end, when you beat the final boss and get Helba's member address. That's the end of the game. You'll get the credits. And then you can still keep playing offline mode, or you can take that character to online mode if you ever get around to it. Just hold on to your memory card. Don't be like me at the start of this video where I didn't make any backups and I only had one backup and I overwrote it during the live stream. Make sure you keep your memory card character saves backed up somewhere. Do the rule of 3 where you have one backup on the same medium, backup that's on a physical device elsewhere, and a backup that's somewhere online on a cloud device like Dropbox, Google Drive, or whatever. That way you don't lose all your progress and all your items. And in my case, I just lost, I don't know, hundreds of times of using data drain to unlock the other data drains. So that'll be something I have to do. But anywho, if you want to play the One Sin, I'll put that up again. Whoever defeats it, just ping me on Discord and I'll reset the server so the One Sin Twilight Dragon will be available to fight again. That's all I got. Thanks for watching.